One of the things that I love the most being a coach is the ability to talk to people and find out their stories. And there's a lot of hurt that comes into play, especially when a leader step up. And if you notice the quote I have on the screen by Oprah Winfrey, turn your wounds into wisdom, that pretty much sums up coaching, especially life coaches. Because when we understand that some of the things that have happened to us provide us with the ability to help others that are hurting and struggling and are facing the same problems or facing the same situation and they don't see a way out, by taking our story and putting it out there and telling people how we've overcome some of the hardest challenges, we automatically turn on the light for others that are finding themselves in the dark. So I want to invite you right now to take a look at maybe some of the wounds that are predominant in your life that are maybe holding you back. And I'm here to tell you I've had one of the biggest struggles was my anxiety, because for the longest time I saw it as something very negative. I was really ashamed because I went from this a very independent person to all of a sudden being homebound and really struggling to explain to people what was going on. And, over the years, I started understanding it more and more. Obviously, there were a lot of things that I did not take a look at, such as past trauma that I have not healed. But it was really hard to put into words because, one, I myself didn't really understand it. And two, I didn't really find a space to where I could express what I was going through without being judged. And all of a sudden, this anxiety, this fear that came up was constantly making me see the world in a very negative way. And for the longest time, I thought that, that was it. My life was over, that I would never get to enjoy life. And then when I discovered coaching, it helped me translate that pain, those wounds, the trials that I went through in life into a purpose, into something that can serve hundreds and have served hundreds and thousands of people all over the world when I share my story. So I want to invite you to take a look at what are some of your wounds that you can turn into wisdom, and how can you transform them so they no longer rule your life, but rather becomes a springboard from which the life of your dreams can take form.